I remember working with a client. He went from director to VP. And the biggest shift that we had to make was him shifting his mindset and shifting the mentality over something a manager 8 years ago told him about himself. 8 years. That manager basically had a what's called a performance review, and he told him, you're not good at this, you're not good at that, you have a lot of ego, you're proud, you're boastful. He basically just read him to filth. And this guy didn't stop and think, is this actually true? Where does this feedback come from? The teams I'm leading at that point in time, is this their perspective? Because he had never heard that feedback any time before that. He didn't hear that feedback anytime again. Yet, those words became his identity. And he played small for 8 years. Even though on the outside, it didn't look like it. On the outside, he was doing great. He was still leading teams. He was progressing, shall I say, but not progressing fast enough. Because in that 1 year we worked together, and eventually that came up. We had that conversation, and he was able to reframe that conversation. He was able to separate the emotion, which had held him really, really tightly, and lean into the logic. He was able to look at the experiences, his track record, and so much stuff. We were just able to unravel all of that. He moved. Directed to VP, boom, just like that. I remember coming back, and he's like, not only am I moving different, my wife can see a difference in me. He's like, I never knew it was that. He's like, I didn't even think of it. It literally came up randomly in a conversation that we were having, and I double clicked on it and linked into it, and we started to explore that. And that was the unlock for him. He couldn't think about what it was. 8 years. Can you imagine that? I say, can you imagine that? But then the truth is, a lot of us take on identities. We take on names that are not ours to carry. When people say things about us, we hold on to them like gospel, especially when it's people that we love, we care, we look up to. And we don't stop and really sit in it and analyze, actually, this is mine to do something with, this is mine to let go of. Actually, is this someone else's baggage that they put it on me? Or do I really need to do something with this? And it's important to be able to pay that, in a dialogue, attention. I remember there's this quote that I remember hearing years ago, and it says, you're not defined by what people think about you or what they whisper about you behind your back. You are not defined by what people think about you or what they whisper about you behind your back. Yet, so many of us hold on to that. And that's why I said at the start, I don't have any top 5 tips for 2024. I don't have any strategies for 2024. All I need and I ask from you in 2024 is for you to reclaim back your name, reclaim back your identity, reclaim back who you were born and who you were made to be. You don't need to be Nigerian to have a name like mine. But you do have a name. You do have a calling over your life. And the more that you can step into that name in 2024, the more you can step into your greatness.